You're tuned to Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Hey, welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Fairy Tale, the podcast. I was going to say Disney Dust because that's what I've been busy with every week, and this has been a hiatus. But well, Disney Dwayne here, by the way, and I thought this topic is huge enough for me to want to come back and talk a little bit about it. It's about the new release of information to do with how Max Passes and Fast Passes have disappeared now from the Disney parks. We're talking at least about the Disney parks in the US, and it's been replaced by a new Disney Genie experience. So the Disney Genie app basically does the same things. You can look at wait times, you can make reservations in your restaurants, you can also book your so-called Fast Passes, which are now called Lightning Lane. So the Lightning Lane replaces the Fast Pass, and the only difference here now, I guess, is that you have to pay for it. So let's get into the specifics of how this all works and what questions still remain from what I am looking at and gathering from my own personal observations. Okay, so now Walt Disney World and Disneyland are going to be incorporating this and releasing it and starting it all before the end of the year is what I gather. And how it works is generally you're on the Disney Genie app. And that allows you to look at wait times, make reservations, plan your day as best as possible. However, the Lightning Lane access, or the Fast Pass, so we call it, access only happens if you book the Disney Genie Plus subscription, which enables you a Lightning Lane reservation at one at a time only during the day. And okay, so this is where it gets a bit complicated. At Walt Disney World, you can make your first Lightning Lane reservation at 7 a.m. But at Disneyland, you can make your first reservation once you enter the park. I don't know why this is so. They're saying it's due to different things to do with how long the park is open, or I'm not sure. I just imagine a scenario where people are running in to Disneyland and everybody just stops at the entrance and pulls their phone out and basically start to make their Lightning Lane reservations. Wouldn't that be funny just to see? Whereas at Walt Disney World, everybody's going to just rush through because they have their reservations already for the day. However, at this moment, you can only choose the next available time slot, and you can't actually choose a later time slot if you wanted to. So you still got to be a little bit flexible, because after you're done with that, then you book your next Lightning Lane reservation, and then you got to be ready for that no matter, what happens, because that's important. Okay, and so that's to do with the Disney Genie or Disney Genie Plus experience or app. And now we move on to another option, another way to access the Lightning Lane ticketing system or, passes, and that's you can actually buy it individually, and it's available once you enter the park. Also, from what I know, the selection would probably be different and more limited than the selection of attractions in the Disney Genie Plus app, which is supposed to get up to 40 different attractions. We also know at this time that there are not going to be any new attractions added that have not been FastPass attractions. And how you would book this individually is also through the Disney Genie app. Here's the other catch. If you are living or staying on Disney property, which is, one of the hotels, then you do get to have access to buying Lightning Lanes or Lane. We don't know how many you can buy at a time, so that's another question. But you have access at 7 a.m. as opposed to if you are not on property, and you just generally get access to it on the day off as well, but also only when you enter the park. Okay, so have you gotten your head around all these new rules yet? So my other question is, if you happen to also live on Disney property and have the Disney Genie Plus registered for, then are you able to get at least two, Lightning Lane selections at 7 a.m.? All right, anyway, what else do I think about this whole experience? It's definitely going to cost a lot for families who want to get on Lightning Lanes. If you're an individual, it's still not so bad, but families are going to bear the brunt of it, because before this, Fast Passes were free for everyone, and now they're not. So their days are just going to be much longer and the experience might be more painful at the parks, right? Also, we're now going to be thinking a lot more about how much we're paying as we go through the park experience, because usually you only think about payment when going to buy food or merchandise, and that's completely up to you. But now, if you really want to experience the rides, you also got to think about that. So it kind of spoils the magic a little bit for me. What do you think? I hope this episode was beneficial to you in fleshing out some details and thoughts to do with these new rules. And of course, you can drop your comments in the comment section below if you're listening to this from YouTube. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Till the next episode, this is Disney Dwayne, and thanks for tuning in.